Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm on a few minutes early. It's because Hasbro just finished up early, and they just finished their Fan First Tuesday G.I. Joe reveals. And these are usually really fun, but there was a huge piece of news today. Very, very excited to announce that Sergeant Slaughter has re-enlisted in G.I. Joe. Not that he's really ever been completely gone or estranged from the band. A couple of years ago, there was that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, two different versions actually. They did Triple T Sarge as well as the original mail-away Sergeant Slaughter. But I am very excited to see that Sarge is coming back to G.I. Joe on a wide scale. So these will be available at retail. Hopefully, and we'll all be able to find them at retail. Buenos dias. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the live stream. And there's Micah. How you doing, brother? Dale, good to see you. I just wanted to hop on and do a reaction stream because usually I watch these and I go, "Hey, cool, nice." I'll hopefully get some of these down the road, but the Sarge announcement was pretty huge. So here he is. First of all, they introed it by having the real live Sergeant Slaughter, the first live G.I. Joe, do the announcement, and he has the Winged Eagle belt. This looks exactly like the San Diego Comic-Con belt that came with that figure. One of them anyway, with the G.I. Joe label across the front. And it looks like the WWF logo has been blocked out. Ooh, boy, the comments are starting to flow in here. Rick, good to see you. Joe, good to see you. Sarge stole the show. Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm here because of the Sarge. If it wasn't for him, I'd be right alongside you on the groups and boards going, yeah, Dusty looks awesome. But Ken, how you doing? This is huge news. Gnomsky says, good reveals, so much strong mustache game. Yeah, the Sarge has a stash too. We'll buy Bazooka Recondo. Oh, so many big reveals. The Tiger Force stuff, you know, I'm not the biggest Tiger Force fan, so they keep doing the Tiger Force announcements, and it's great for the Tiger Force fans, but I just kind of tune out when that happens. Sometimes I tune out for a few minutes and miss something big that actually was announced. Hi there. Hey Daniel, how you doing? So Brian, good to see you. Payne's Toy Samples, how you doing? I'm usually happy about the Pulse, but did not like the Snake Eyes. Yeah, it was a roller coaster thrill ride of emotion, this Pulse. Some of the repaints, and I'll scroll through them, but I wanted to start with good old Sergeant Slaughter. And there's his figure. They're starting with the Triple T. It was a win-win. If they had done the mail away, I would have been happy with that too. I don't care. Both of them are equally iconic to me. Mail away maybe just a little bit more so because I had the mail away and I didn't have Triple T Sarge when I was a kid. I don't want to be talking too much about my opinions here. I hopped on here because I want to hear your opinions. Zook says, hey, why can't we get a paratrooper? Why the Ram again? Yeah, a lot of repaints. I'll get to that in a couple of minutes. But what do you guys think about the Sarge? I remember cartoons on USA in the morning growing up, and Sarge Slaughter would be there saying, hello, maggots. I don't think he was saying magnets. Maybe they'll have him say magnets these days, because maggots might be a little bit too, I don't know, not within the corporate guidelines these days. We'll be seeing them 100% guaranteed. There's no way we're not getting a mail away Sarge. So this is especially cool because Mattel just did that mail away Sarge as one of their wrestling figures, the Ultimate Sarge. So, well, I hope that means that we'll still see the G.I. Joe version of it. But for point I wanted to get at is for the people who have that figure and think it's too big to fit in with classified, I'm not one of those people. But for the people who think it's too big, then I think we'll be seeing a classified mail away outfit Sergeant Slaughter. Slaughter I will get for my dad. Oh, that's nice of you. And Zeren I will buy for myself. They nailed the look of the old Sarge. Makes me want to draw him now. Yeah, man, that's cool. That's cool to hear. Sarge, we deserve, totally jacked. Oh, he looks like he hopped off the cartoon. It's so perfect. Got the whistle. Probably will come with a swagger stick. He is. He's a monster. People don't realize this, but if you're a wrestling fan, he's taller than your average wrestler. He's about the same height as Hulk Hogan, who's a monster. One day I will get to meet Sarge in person. He seems like a nice guy. Yeah, everyone says he's one of the best. Just one of the nicest, personally. I mean, don't go up to him and bug him if you see him at a restaurant, but all fan accounts I've heard of people doing that, he's very polite and very appreciative always of his fans, but especially at the conventions, which is where you do want to go up and talk to him. He seems like one of the nicest people to go and meet at a convention. Just so polite and yeah, he's a tall guy. Looks just like Slaughter. Wonder if the hat will be removable. All right, so that's Sarge. A lot of other stuff announced today. Let's quickly go through it and get some of your reactions to it. So we've had the glowing reaction. Now we might have a little bit of grievances to air. So there's Emily doing a fantastic job. All right, here we go. What do you guys think? Now, Timber was actually the original set, Commando Snake Eyes and Timber, was one of my favorites. Timber was pretty much my favorite figure last year of the whole classified line. So what do you guys think? Is it I should have waited, or I still love the original version of Timber. I love that gray look. I think it's fantastic. But I remember hearing people, and I wondered myself, like, why isn't 85 looking Snake Eyes coming with Timber? I guess the answer is they're going to do everything eventually. Buyer beware. No matter what you buy, just realize that something better, well, not better, something different, but potentially better or more along the lines of what you actually want is coming the following year. Rewatched WrestleMania 7 match with Hogan, and it was much better than I remember. Worth checking out. Lots of drama. You know, that's what good pal Slick says. It's one of his favorite matches ever. And I think me and Slick are going to have to do a commentary for that match sometime. There you go. Yeah, Dusty. We'll get to him in a minute. He looks amazing. Dale says as long as they have Nemesis Enforcer to fight Slaughterhouse. Oh, that'd be interesting. That would be a monster figure. I don't know if the Gung Ho body will be big enough for that. I hope since Hasbro's working with Slaughter, we will get a carded O-ring. Yes, big time, big time. That's what I'm hoping for. I get the feeling, this is just speculation, feeling in my bones, that this will open the door to other, and why wouldn't it, other Slaughter figures, other scales. Why wouldn't we see like a 4-inch figure of the retro series and even an O-ring? I'd be all over that. Snake Eyes, yep. So Timber recolored white, and they mentioned during the stream that it was more inspired by G.I. Joe Renegades, which is all right by me because I love that show. So his pants are just slightly dark green. He's not completely all black. Got the Snake Eyes and Timber Alpha Commando set, and I'm good. You know what? That's good. I like to hear that. It's possible to enjoy what you got without trashing what's coming out or feeling like, oh no, they gypped me, they tricked me. So good on you. Death Hunter says Snake Eyes looks dope. Does not have a balaclava with Commando Snake Eyes. Hey Gaz, how you doing? Got all the custom emojis rocking there. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining me for your lunch break on this Tuesday. Appreciate it. Snake Eyes and Tipper look pretty good. I mean, it's Snake Eyes again. We've seen him a couple times. That the first Snake Eyes with the big box and all the weapons. Now that thing's a masterpiece. That is really for art lovers. And I'm not just talking about the figure in that set. Everything, the presentation is like, it's like looking through a really beautiful art book. That's a different experience. It's not just about the toy. But as far as Snake Eyes figures go, this is good. I don't know, it's kind of hard to screw up Snake Eyes. Audrey, good to see you. And wish they would get some other characters first. Yeah, there's a lot of Snake Eyes and yet another Duke. So yeah, I mean, I try not to focus on that. Because if I do, then I realize how many slots have been taken up by Snake Eyes that could have been Chuckles. Anybody? Or some of my other favorites. I was going to say Recondo, but we're getting him. Blowtorch, please. I think they've done a good job of maintaining the look and accessories of the vintage Joes while updating them a bit. Now, if only I could actually find them at stores, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Feel your pain. We don't have Target here in Canada, so we completely missed out on all the Target exclusives. We do get some of them eventually at Toys R Us, though. So it's not like we completely miss out on all Target exclusives. So kind of Target has become Toys R Us here. But any Target exclusive I've seen here in Canada that showed up at a Toys R Us was like 6 months or a year after you guys got it in the States. Love me some Chuckles. Hey, yeah, Shipwreck. I'm surprised that we haven't seen Shipwreck yet. He's one of the big ones. I'm surprised we didn't see a recolor Flint today, actually. I'd love a kind of Sunbow, more Sunbow looking Flint. Even though Super 7 is doing a proper Sunbow Flint. Which is your least favorite version of Snake Eyes? There's been quite a few. Probably one of the movie. I mean, I like them all, so I'd go maybe with one of the movie ones. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe this one. I mean, it looks great, but well, in terms of the green pants, Snake Eyes to me is all black or all dark gray. So, whenever I've seen green on a Snake Eyes, I've always felt like that's a little off from my personal preference. He's easy money. He's like a He-Man figure for Mattel. Every wave is going to have lots of He-Man, so it's just going to happen. Glad that the classified line is more retro. Yeah, they've really come around and listened to the fans. It's a complete 180 from that first wave where a lot of us Joe fans were going, what is this? Video game designs were okay. Exactly, yeah, that were all the video game figures. I'm so glad they've changed things in midstream. And so drastically too. It's not like just minor tweaks. They've completely shifted to more vintage look. Sorry for any comments here I'm missing. This thing is flying pretty fast and I can't see very well. So, okay, I already did that one. Oops. Be interesting to see how they will handle Serpentor. Yeah, we still haven't seen Serpentor. There's so many classic, iconic characters we have yet to see. I hope Serpentor is something special, like with the air chariot, just like the vintage one. I hope he comes with an air chariot. I don't see why that would be a very complicated thing. I don't see why the box would be much bigger than Breaker and the Ram, since the air chariot, the original one, was pretty hollow and thin. I mean, it looks big, but it's not. If you actually get it in your hands, you go, wow, there's not much to the air chariot. Disappointing with all the repaints. Yep, bad feeling on that one. Green Pants Snake Eyes, agreed. They did an Arctic Snake Eyes in the anniversary line, and I was happy to have an Arctic Snake Eyes, but I don't know, it's like Sting wearing green pants. It's like Symbiote Spider-Man wearing green pants. It's just certain people have their color scheme or tone scheme, shade scheme. Snake Eyes with any color, it's a little, I don't know. Hey Matt, how you doing? Good to see you. What'd you think of all the reveals today? No O-ring announcements. That's surprising to me. That's usually the highlight of these streams for me, when they sneak in a little Hasbro Pulse O-ring exclusive, but I don't think we needed it today. All right, I will continue here. Before I do, here's just a quick close-up shot. Look at that gorgeous pooch. Man, that's beautiful. And I wasn't sure about the scar before I saw it in person, but once I got it in hand, I love the scar on Timber. I think it looks fantastic. All right, moving along. Think we'll ever see figures of these guys? I think she deserves a figure. I don't know. Hasbro Pulse 3-pack. Would you guys buy it? Everyone's getting a figure these days. Repaint Zartan looks fantastic. I think you can pretty much guarantee any figure, especially classified. Quantum Man, Patreon Tribe, represent. How you doing, buddy? Timber does look nice. I think please keep in mind, any classified figure you see, I think at this point, we can pretty much guarantee we'll be seeing a repaint within a year, and it could very well be a repaint you would prefer. So this repaint of Zartan, they said they were going for a more vintage figure look to him. It looks fantastic. The original one is amazing. I've got it, and I'm hoping to do a review on it soon. Looks amazing. Zartan is cool, his classic look. Lee Hawkins would buy that for $1. I'd buy that for a few more than $1. Hey, good to see you. How you doing? I want to be into G.I. Joe. I don't know where to start. Blowtorch. There you go. You're welcome. Draws, good to see you. Good morning. Did not get to see the live stream. Well, hopefully I can fill you in on what's going on here. I don't know. I don't know if they mentioned that. I could see them trying to get away from that. All right, next one, another repaint, Storm Shadow. I think it's going to be on a retro card too. Looks good. All the repaints look good. Zartan is okay. Should make the modern Dreadnoks. That'd be cool. That's really cool to be able to relive all of the fun figures that we had when we were kids in a bigger scale with more detail. And it's cool to know what's coming too, sort of. We don't know exactly which specific characters they're going to announce, but we know the pool from which they're picking from. So we know the Dreadnoks are coming, just which ones and when. Actually, yeah, I would agree. That's a great set. It's really, really, really well done. That Timber is fantastic. And, if you're only going to have one classified figure, I'd say either that one or Flint. Flint's one of my favorites too, but yeah, that Snake Eyes and Timber is a great 2-pack. But then again, you might want to wait for the repaint that we just looked at a few minutes ago. Anyone else torn on the whole? Yeah. I mean, Tiger Force for me, when I saw it on shelves when I was a kid, it had this connotation of the line is dying. They're not trying as hard anymore, or they're not spending as much money on it anymore. And that's when I started to drift away from G.I. Joe. It certainly wasn't because of the new characters. I love the new characters, but when I saw Tiger Force and then some of the other repaints, Python Patrol, Slaughter's Marauders. I felt like, well, they're giving up on it, so how passionate can I still be about this, especially with limited money? So the fact that they're doing it, it's an easy repaint, but it brings back some of those memories. Like, are you getting lazy with the line already? Like this, I know why they're doing it, but it just brings back those memories, right? And I'm kind of a pass on most of the Tiger Force stuff. Retro Lines, Artan, and Storm Shadow. Have you heard about the G.I. Joe NES games? You talking about the classic ones? I've played them. They're very difficult for me. Zarana was very cool with the extra hairpiece too. Seeing more of the retro looks for this wave. I do like that they're taking their time to give fans what they want. And it's a hard thing to do. I mean, it's hard to please the fans. And, because not everyone's going to agree on the same thing. But they seem to be making quite a few people happy. Oh, Daniel, thank you. Super chat. If you're doing all the repaints, release the 82 Joes. I would love that. All of us original OG Joe fans, or OG Real American Hero fans, I should say. Patiently waiting. We got Breaker. And patiently waiting for Grunt and Short Fuse. All right, what else we got here? It's a close-up of, I thought that was Storm Shadow. Comics, they showed some comics off, so Silent Interlude and some of the other ones, if you want to grab reprints of those. All right, Tiger Force. You got any Tiger Force fans in the house? Getting the Ram repainted as a Tiger Force Ram. Never happened in the original line. There you go. Now it's a thing. Okay, so one of the things that I really didn't like about Tiger Force Duke, the original one, was the brown hair. It just seemed very wrong to me. Like, if you want to put him in a Tiger Force outfit back then, that's fine. But why did they get his hair wrong? It seemed to me like whoever was working on that line didn't even know what they were doing. Like, Duke is blonde. That's like getting Captain America's hair wrong. Like, how do you do a brunette Duke? Why would you do that? So they mentioned on it, they made him blonde. He's not 100% accurate to the original one because, whoever's working on this figure felt like, well, that first one was wrong. But he's a dirty blonde. So they try to kind of maybe, I don't know, best of both worlds. I think he looks fine, but, the Tiger Force look does nothing for me. Happy for you Tiger Force fans that you can add this one to your collection. Firefly is my personal favorite. Like to see him repainted somehow. You can get a lot of mileage out of that one. Probably reuse Firefly. Well, I guess they've already done Beachhead, so scrap that. But bright green Firefly maybe. My son has 2 Tiger Force vehicles, and you're right about that. Tiger Force is like, Raymond, I've never heard that analogy, but I would agree with you 100%. Nothing wrong with G2. I like G2, but it's not G1. So it's funny. Tiger Force is Transformers G2. That's interesting. That's going to be a little chestnut I'm going to be dwelling on probably for a while now. Tiger Force was one of my least favorite waves in the original release. I don't know. I've always felt like Night Force is cool. Run with that. Give us everything Night Force. Night Force Ram, Night Force. Night Force Snake Eyes is redundant, but Night Force Recondo, excuse me. Tiger Force is just, it's so bright. Like, where does it blend in? Croc Master and Fiona in September now. Hope to get it out to us sooner than later. Let's see. Ken thinks it's a new head sculpt for Duke. I don't know. Let's see if I can get a close-up of it. I don't know. Maybe. It's a render, so you never know. Tiger Force. I already read that one. Sorry. Oh, Music Fan 88. I wish they would reissue Breaker. Oh, sorry you can't find him. He was in my area for a little bit. He was all over the place around Christmas. And yeah, now they're all gone. Good Zombie, how you doing? Do you buy all the classified figures? No, I don't. Actually, I quite a few of them I have thanks to Micah. I wasn't planning on picking many of them up just because budget, but he has been very generous, and you'll be seeing a lot of classified reviews on the channel courtesy of Micah. I'm an admirer from afar. Need a classic Hawk? Yes, Colonel Hawk would be great. 86 Hawk would be great. Any Hawk. Really surprised we haven't seen the General of G.I. Joe yet. There's a Wolf fan. Or are those Huskies? Grand Slam. Yeah, that's a good one. If they do Grand Slam, you can automatically do... you got 2 versions of Grand Slam, plus you could do Flash. Draw says, I would like to see some more of the OG 13. I think a lot of Joe fans would. We've seen Scarlet. She doesn't... I guess she counts technically. Officially, but, you know, Zap, Rock and Roll. Would be nice. Dave, Tiger Force wasn't ideal. It was nice to replace broken and lost figures as a kid. Yeah. I don't... That's pretty stiff. $42 US O-ring made me gag. That's pretty steep. And they're just getting more expensive too. Time to get more selective about what you want, because can't collect them all anymore. Hello, how you doing? Hola. Yeah, more reviews coming very soon. I wish I could crank them out, but I tend to just take too long. I like to try to get some nice shots, and I do try to put some editing into it. But yeah, a lot more classified on the way. I've got a box of them. Looking forward to just going through them and showing them off. A couple classified reviews already on the channel. Flint and Lady J and Snake Eyes are up there. Beachhead. Night Force can be their version of Mega Force. Man, that would be cool. Yeah, I've got no problem with Night Force. In terms of like easy repaints, Night Force is my favorite because it makes the most sense. Certainly better than like, you know, bright neon Eco Warrior repaints. Hat on Tiger Force Recondo reminds me. Okay, let's move on here. Civil War Army guys. My dad gave me as a kid, and see if I can find Recondo. Oh, we got a 2-pack of ninjas that were announced before that. I don't know what this is. So they're ninjas. They come with swappable heads. Hat on Tiger Force. I already read that one. Sorry. Quantum Man says, looking at that bike, all I can think is I wish they did an action figure of Street Hawk. I was just watching some Street Hawk tributes, and I posted them on my Facebook earlier this week, and realized, wow, that looks a lot like the ramp. The Ram. I wish we would have gotten a black Ram so that I could use it as a Jesse Mach and Street Hawk. So hopefully, I think it's a safe bet, the Ram in black. Then the question is, who would you use as the rider, as Rex Smith? That says, I know we've discussed it in the past, but I agree. Tiger Force. Agree with Tiger Force at the time of the release. However, I've really taken a liking to it as an adult. I hear that all the time, actually. And to be honest, I don't dislike it as much as I did. I've grown to appreciate it. Same goes for Battle Force 2000. You know, I guess that just happens with exposure and with age. You just get to appreciate things that you glossed over before. My thing is seeing all these Tiger Force people, I'm like, but why do you lead with that? Why don't you start with the regular outfit and then do a Tiger Force and all the other, like, it's just funny to me to start with the Tiger Force and then do the regular one second. Duke looks good like this, the vehicle not so much. So no comments about the ninjas. I guess they're there. I don't know. They're not real American heroes, so I'm not really too concerned about them. There's a Sarge again. We talked about that when we kicked off the live stream. Bazooka. Tiger Force. Bazooka. And his mustache game is quite strong. And they actually had one right there, which they played around with. Let's see if I can get a still of it. Yeah. That's pretty cool when they have the actual figure there and they can play around with it and pose it, show it off, show the accessories off, helmet comes off. Let's see. You think we'll see a larger vehicle unveiled in Yojo June? Yeah, I think that's a safe bet, actually. It's an easy highlight when you want something to really steal the show, like Sarge stole the show today. And it doesn't even have to be humongous. I mean, Sky Striker is the one for me that would really blow me away, like a Sky Striker for classified. But even a Vamp, 2-seater Vamp would actually be a pretty huge announcement. Hopefully. And there's only so many RAM repaints they can do. Hopefully it's not like the MMS. Can you believe that? I'd love to see Hawk, but I don't know if people would be happy about Hawk with the MMS. Hey Thea, how you doing? Big fan of your He-Man history or just toy history in general. Thank you very much. I will I'll give it my best shot. Where's Serpentor? Yeah, sorely missed. Definitely a General Hawk, Colonel Hawk, General Flag. How about a General Flag with a hawk head? So you can have him, you know, in his nice suit as General Flag, but swap the head and then it's Colonel Hawk. Live in Washington State. I have a lot of targets in my area. I have never seen any classified figures. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that's no good. You know, this isn't a shill or anything, but try Big Bad Toy Store. Prices are great. Shipping cost is better than anything I've ever seen, especially shipping to Canada. And I've been doing that for Origins. Origins have stopped showing up here, like single carded figures. We're done here. Like, it's been months and we might not be getting any more, I hear. So I just go to Big Bad Toy Store for my Origins figures. And it's a bit more. It sucks. But, I mean, it's not like scalper eBay prices. Selling all my classified. This was a dumpster fire. Speaking of fire, there's they showed off some artwork. And a shot of Bazooka in the card, which, there we go. Tiger Force Recondo. Speaking of debuting a new sculpt in the Tiger Force colors, it's just, it keeps happening. I want to be super pumped about a figure, but I'm just left feeling like, oh, I can't wait to see him in his original proper colors. I know they weren't as popular, but I wouldn't mind seeing Alpine and Bazooka. Yeah, you gotta get those two guys together. If they do Hawk, hope it's the V2. I hope they do both. V2 is definitely, you know what, I won't say. I won't say which one's more iconic, because the comic fans would go with the original blonde Hawk. First G.I. Joe is the Tomahawk. Current price points, army building will slow down. Street Hawk. Yeah, I got that on DVD too. Yeah, great show. I think it's too much to ask for a crossover between Universal and Hasbro. Give us a Street Hawk classified figure. I'd love to see MacGyver as a G.I. Joe, actually. That'd be cool. Favorite G.I. Joe is Snake Eyes or Flint for Cobra. Has to be the Trooper. Okay, so Recondo is looking fantastic. Other than his Tiger Force. Got a removable hat, which the original figure didn't have. Nice knife. Nice everything. And Python Patrol, I believe, is what this is. Hey, that's a good idea. Snake Eye's body and the Baroness helmet from the Coil set. That's a good idea there. Very easy 6-inch Street Hawk figure. Hans, how you doing? The eloquence of the excellence of eloquation. Start with Tiger Force and then move on to the vintage style to maximize profits. Well, if it's working for them. Another super chat has come in. Red Foreman, thank you very much. Who'd buy Tiger Force if they came second? Not me. Hoping for a Red Foreman figure and a Clarence Boddicker figure. Can you believe there's never been a Kurtwood Smith figure ever? Ever. Nothing. No Kurtwood Smith merchandise. Even Clint Eastwood has figures coming out soon. 12-inch and stuff like that. Official or unofficial. No Kurtwood Smith figures. I've lost my spot here in the comments, so sorry if I'm missing a whole bunch now. It's right at the beginning, so as soon as I'm done this stream here, you can just go to the beginning and check it out. Glad to see Sarge get a figure in this line. Absolutely. What else do we got here? More art. Beautiful art. So cool that they're hiring an artist to do custom artwork, just like the old days. And their photograph game is really amazing. They're almost as good as Mate Mylar. Give a shout out to Mate on Instagram. Check out Mate Mylar on Instagram. The most incredible G.I. Joe photographs recreating box art and comic scenes and other iconic Joe moments with toys. But yeah, they're like, it's all practical effects like Mate does. They're blasting sand and other things. New Zorana figure looks amazing because it looks just like the original Zorana figure. Not sure who those ninjas are from, where those ninjas are from. Certainly not from the cartoon. Yeah, same deal here. Turning 19, saw the old 80s cartoon as a kid, and I wish I was born at that time. So many cool and original ideas and concepts for cartoon shows, especially G.I. Joe and Transformers. It was a great time to be young, definitely. Oh, that's true. He does look like Don. Yeah, I was kind of feeling the same way. In my opinion, they start with Tiger Force to trick some collectors into buying both. Seems like it. I don't know. Seems like a lot of people are tolerating it, but and it's also taking advantage of, like, you know, FOMO and you know, impatience. Gotta have something. Okay, I'll buy this, and then I'll buy the one I really want later on. So yeah, that's just how they go. Megatech says, yeah, the Vamp Hiss would totally rock for classified sizes. Yep. Yeah, they announced it. Starting to believe that we will not ever see a larger classified vehicle at retail. It will be HasLab. You could be right. Why would they do a ginormous classified vehicle to just sit there and collect dust and eventually go on clearance and lose them a lot of money. Yeah, the RAM might be the biggest thing we see in stores. I just won a classified ferret. That'd be cool to see. That wouldn't be too much more than a RAM. Is it just me, or is finding a Cobra Trooper almost literally impossible? That's because he's an army builder. And it's not just scalping, it's people finding them and grabbing. Like if there's 4 of them, sometimes people grab all 4. I can't do that. I just, I can't do it. No matter how much I want a figure, and even if I can army build, I always have to leave something because I don't know. If I go into an aisle and I'm really happy to see something, I can't take that experience away from someone else. So, even if it's like, oh, I want, to open one, keep one carded, and maybe keep an extra one. It's got to think of other people. Kondo is one of my favorites. Tiger Force actually works for him. Yeah. Certain characters, it's not that much of a stretch. Like Crazy Legs as a Night Force, that's cool. Ripcord as Night Force, any paratrooper makes sense. Brothers had Tiger Force Bazooka. All right. Also kind of baffled by leading with Tiger Force. When I was younger, the line was soured by the fact that it wasn't the originals. Yep, feel the exact same way. I don't know. They could be leading with Wow, we're gonna see Slaughter's Marauders now. It just dawned on me. Sergeant Slaughter is now officially part of G.I. Joe again. We're gonna be seeing Slaughter's Marauders. Not that I'm calling it. I mean, it's pretty obvious. But if you're not tired by the repaints yet, we're gonna be seeing Slaughter's Marauders. They might be leading with Slaughter's Marauders next time. Slaughter's Marauders Low Light. Thank you so much for the super chat. As a peaceful and short child, I loved Lifeline. Yeah, conscientious objector. Saved up my allowance and bought him at Consumers. Cool. So you're in Canada. Still have him. Would love to see a classified version. Me too. Yeah, Lifeline's one of the best. Now, does he come with a gun or not? That's the trick. Do you stay true to the cartoon version of the character and not include any gun? You do that original, one came with cereal or something that didn't have a gun on his leg? Or do you stay true to the original figure who did have a gun on his leg? All right, moving on here. So that's Zorana, and they mentioned her hair comes off. Just like Lady J. So she can, oh, that's cool. Get the original hairstyle, the original figure. Zorana looks amazing. Yeah, really good. Major props to all the great photographers making G.I. Joe come to life. I know it's highly unlikely, but just in case someone from Hasbro or someone who knows someone at Hasbro is watching, listening, in case they're not already aware of Mate Mylar, get in contact with Mate Mylar. That man should be working for Hasbro. He's an incredible photographer. Yeah, great posability on Zorana. Oh, looks like a gun you can pull out of the backpack. And artwork. That kind of looks like Hans Chow artwork, actually. Another shout out to a great artist, Hans Chow. All hail a proper classified Sergeant Slaughter. Hooded Cobra Commander. I don't think we'll be seeing Hooded Cobra Commander anymore. There's some issue with, I don't know. Gotta listen to that small vocal minority of people who know nothing about what they're talking about. Remember back in the 80s when there was that parent group? Was it the moms who came down on all the cartoons saying they're toy commercials without actually watching the shows to realize, no, they're not what you're claiming to be. They actually have some really good stories and morals to them. So not letting Cobra Commander have a hood. Watch the show. Has nothing to do with anything. Dusty announced, and again, reminds me of Nate Mylar photograph where they have the actual practical effects, the sand blasting. I can grab 2. I can't justify 4. I mean, that's a expensive scale, especially now with the new price increases. It's expensive to be army building 6-inch figures. Happy that they made Zorena's gun make sense. Salute to you, sir. As an old army guy, I want some paratroopers. I'd love one too. Ripcord would be a great place to start. We're getting another Storm Shadow before the first one even hits shelves. There's already a Storm Shadow, isn't there? Like an Arctic Storm Shadow. Let's see. Do you like Tiger Force Duke better than the original classified figure? Hope it comes with a helmet. Hey, if you want to really touch up that Tiger Force Duke, check out Gridiron Studios. They've got an amazing set for Duke that really, really fixes Duke. Makes him look fantastic. Nice helmet, binoculars, nice gun for him. Water pistol or flare gun. That's one way you can always go. I think they did that with Doc. Doc, I think, might have a flare gun. Maybe the anniversary version came. Really want Slaughter's Marauders sooner than later now. Give him a pistol. I mean, the thing about giving Lifeline a pistol is he doesn't necessarily have to use it. I don't know if that's outside of his ethics to hand a pistol over to a guy like Flint. You know, Flint is like, I'm out, give me something. Basically, I'll have him be a hoster who hands the gun off. Love the 2015 version of Lifeline. Love to see that in 6-inch. And Matt says, looking forward to the customs of Zorana without the shoulder armor and the flesh tones on the legs instead of the pink. Slaughter's Marauders is very doable. They have a start with, oh yeah, that's true. Spirit Barbecue. I wonder if they've already been setting this up. If they already knew about this Slaughter deal and have just had to be quiet about it for a while. Yeah, that was the Zorana artwork. This Dusty looks fantastic. Much like Barbecue and Flint, just right. I mean, actually even more true to the original one than Flint was. Helmet comes off, which is so cool. This is what I really wanted to see Classified take advantage of. Take the original figure and let it do things that the original figure couldn't do. Is the hat on retro Lady J glued down? It doesn't appear she comes with the extra hairpiece. Anytime, man. Keep up the great work. Absolutely. But they also got across a sense of camaraderie, entertainment, fun, positive mental attitude, actually. That's one I never really thought about when I was growing up on them, but I just have a tendency to try to look on the bright side and be an optimist. And I think I got a lot of that from the cartoons I grew up on, where these heroes were just constantly being hammered, and their response, you know, except for Huffer and Gears, a lot of their reactions were never give up. You'll never give up. You'll stay till the fight's won. Just realized 40th anniversary of G.I. Joe Real American Hero. Time flies. Don't know why the Winter Storm Shadow didn't have the original white camouflage suit. Not many better role models than Optimus Prime and He-Man. I'll throw General Hawk in there too. Never give up. Stay till the fight's won. Snake Eyes. Really any Joe. They're all very similar. There isn't really that many pessimistic G.I. Joes. Looks good. Going for the original Dusties, then the 90s version. That was a cool version too, though, with the little coyote. The render did not do Dusty justice. Looks so much better close up. Yeah, love the face paint too. Dusty looks nice. That head sculpt is great. He's right out of that two-parter, The Traitor. The gun, is it a FAMAS? Go back here and sort of, kind of, close. Oh, that is amazing artwork. Beautiful. Boba Hicks, how you doing? Looking forward to more Dreadnoks. Yeah. It's funny we haven't seen any of the proper Dreadnoks, like the original 85 Dreadnoks. We've seen Zartan and his siblings, but still no Ripper, Buzzer, Torch, Monkey Wrench. Another thing, I'm glad there are more contributions being made outside of Hasbro to give us options. Yep, Super 7. And you never know, 3-0 is doing some really awesome Transformers stuff. And they've done some G.I. Joe stuff too. So I don't know if they'll be able to work in some other scales too. That's kind of disappointed in today's event. Cool to see the Sarge. Not sure if it has been said, this Arena artwork was pretty bad. I liked it. It's a different style than what we're typically seeing, but I dig that stuff. That's pretty cool that the goggles are removable from Dusty's helmet too. That's really taking advantage of the increased size of the scale. So it's not just a removable helmet, but the goggles come off the helmet too. Arguably the greatest comment of the whole live stream. Bob Squad's in the house. Sarge with Hasbro, arguably the biggest toy news of all time. Definitely the biggest news of lunch. I think we can all agree on that. 3-0 stuff looks amazing. It is pretty pricey though. You get what you pay for with that. Yeah, I think now that they got the Sarge, and this doesn't seem to me like a little one-off San Diego Comic-Con exclusive thing like they did the first time around a few years ago. And I love that it's not like a quiet partnership with the Sarge. They had him do the promo in the outfit, and yeah, it seems like he's really, really on board now. That's cool. So hopefully Slaughter's Marauders, we'll be seeing them. And maybe get him to voice the Sarge in something, some new Joe animated project. That'd be even cool to see him as the leader, the new leader of G.I. Joe in a new G.I. Joe animated show. I don't know if you can call him General Slaughter, though. That doesn't sound quite right. Most of my childhood understanding of morality and honor was handed out by the Big Bot himself. No one does it better than Prime. Thank you very much, Lee. Glad you had fun. Bill, how you doing? Good to see you. Or see your comment. Why is Dusty's chest not painted? Camouflage should be everywhere. Interesting. I don't know. Now I can't unsee that. Thanks a lot. It looks okay to me. We're getting a Crimson Guard. Let's see. Is this another super chat here? How many people would buy Tiger Force if it came out first? Thank you very much for the super chat, in case I didn't already hit that one. Sandstorm, that was the name of the coyote. Yep. You're getting a lot of new figures overall for the year, but wish they would have planned a bit better. 5 or 6 reveals being repaints was tough. Tiger Force Ram looks dope. And so they've decided to change the color of the Crimson Guard's backpack. The original one was red, going with black this time. That's very cool that the rifle can hook into the backpack. That's something I wish a lot of the original Joe figures could have done. Bob's chest isn't painted either. I'm cool with it. Warrior used to do that. Yeah, I guess if that's a sticking point, you can pick up the Ultimate Warrior Amazon exclusive with the symbol painted on his chest. Crimson Guard is another outstanding figure. They did a great job on him. Absolutely. Why can't we just pick up with G.I. Joe cartoons from the 90s cartoon? The Deke cartoon. And I think we're nearing the end here. All of the artwork looks so different from itself. It's interesting that they're not going like, Hector Garrido. All of his artwork had the same look and feel to it, but a lot of this artwork is very different looking. Nice little details that pointed out here all throughout the artwork. I remember the dark times where we weren't getting custom artwork on toys, so it's very nice to see a return to the 80s style where every character had his own custom artwork. So that's about it for the live stream reaction. And there's the big news of today. Jake, good to see you. I'm at work, just jumped on to say hey, rewatch later. Glad you could pop in. That'd be cool. Macho Man G.I. Joe. Now that we're getting Sarge back in G.I. Joe, I would love to see Roddy Piper or have his family do a deal where we see Piper as part of Iron Grenadiers. I don't know if Hasbro would be okay with having Roddy Piper be a figure now that he's passed away. I have no problem with it. I would love that. But it really sucks that not a lot of people got a chance to get that Roddy Piper Iron Grenadier exclusive all those years ago. And that's an itch. That's some unfinished business. I have to get back to work, but before I head out, I must say this. June's secret announcement, G.I. Joe Renegade Season 2. You heard it here first. Copyright Hans. Hope so. I hope that's a spoiler right there. Fridge. Now that we're getting Sarge, yes. William the Refrigerator Perry would be cool to see again. Every Joe collection needs a fridge. All right, I'm going to wrap it up here. Wonder if this opens the door for 4-inch Hasbro. Hope so. Yeah, I'm really hoping for because those San Diego Comic-Con modern style weren't widely available. So let's get them on the shelves in stores, hanging from the pegs. Modern style Sarge and even O-ring reissues would be really nice. Yeah, bring on the fridge. And Super Trooper. All those mailaways were so cool. Thank you guys for hanging out. Nerdmas Day to you. Excited for Crimson Guard. That's the only toy I still have from the 80s. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone for sharing your thoughts. Great stream as always. Much appreciated. Thanks, guys. want the Sarge. They never said what site he will be on. I think he's retail. I think you'll be able to buy him in stores. Have a great day. And I'm out. Thanks for spending your lunch with me today. And hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your lunch. Some of you only have 10 minutes left of it. Crimson Guard always reminded me of Elite Guard with the Emperor from Star Wars. Happy Alien Day, it is. Wow, I didn't know. Thank you. Happy Alien Day, everybody. Yo, Joe. Thanks for the live stream. Anytime. Thanks for joining me. Okay, take care, everyone. Yo, Joe. Take care, Bill. See you guys.